Nightcrawl by Addictive is a dungeon crawler for Pico 8. Let's give it a look. Welcome to Pico Playtime, the video series where I play through some cool Pico 8 games to show to you lovely people. Today's game is called Nightcrawl and it's by the developer called Addictive. Let's load it up. So, this is a dungeon crawler. These sorts of games are typically quite hard to get across on Pico 8 because of the lack of resolution. So, I'm going to try my best to try and explain what's going on in this game so that you might be able to have a quicker time getting to grips with it. Not that that's too hard because the game does have a rather nice tutorial. Let's go through it then. So here we are in the tutorial. We move around in the game by pressing the arrow buttons. As you can see, there is a story. Look, wake up hero, the Lich has cast eternal darkness over the land. You must defeat it once and for all. So we have got 3 areas that we can stand on. We can move left, right and forward. And as you can see, that advances us. So we have an enemy here. This is a goblin. I'm going to call it a goblin. Maybe it's an orc. Who knows? It's a green skin. We're going to attack it. It's got 1 damage and it's vulnerable to spears, but we're unarmed. So here we go. His forces are but many. Defeating them deals their damage to your health. Damage is top left value. This is where things get a little bit confusing because there's several top lefts. It means the top left of the creature where it says 1. Not the top left where it says 15 out of 15. That's our health. Anyway. So there you go. I've defeated the goblin, but I took 1 damage in doing so. We can find weapons to help our stats and do more damage. When we use weapons, they lose durability. So we have to kind of manage durability. We can swap weapons around. So sometimes it's good to kind of use a poorer weapon that's got more durability. We'll get into it. There's tactics. The skills and tactics and things, okay? Just play with it, okay? So here we go. We've got a weapon. It's a lovely sword. It does 2 damage and it's got 5 durability, so we can use it 5 times before we have to go and get a new one. Yes, this has kind of got roguelike elements. We've got weapons that need using up. Is that roguelike at this point? I don't know. It's like Breath of the Wild. This game's like Breath of the Wild. There we go. I've said it, okay? So now damage your enemy. So when we damage the enemy now, we do 2 damage. And if that's more or matches the enemy's damage output, we don't take any damage. It's kind of weird. Weapons are kind of like armor, okay? Just go with it, okay? So, because I do 2 damage, this goblin only does 2 damage. I don't lose any health, okay? I defeat the goblin. Just lose a bit of durability on my weapon. That's nice. Some enemies are vulnerable to certain weapons. So you can see this, is that an orc? It's got kind of like white face paint on, or a skull mask or something, I don't know, and a club. Anyway, he's vulnerable to swords. Luckily I've got a sword, so he'll take double damage from my sword. And thus you can see I've gained advantage. So let's march forward. We've got some armor here. Armor is just depleted instead of health. Kind of standard. Some enemies can fire arrows at us like that. That knocks health off. Unfortunate. So we have to whack those guys or try and avoid them. We have potions. They let us heal up. You see, it's all very straightforward, isn't it? Things become more interesting and more tactical when we get into the game. Because after all, this is the tutorial. This isn't a deep strategic experience, okay? This is the tutorial. So, we can hold different weapons. We can swap between weapons. So you can see I've got a spear here, a spear here, a spear here that does 3 damage. We've only got 2 durability. And we've got our trusty sword, which is down to 2 durability as well. So sometimes you want to swap weapons depending on what you're fighting. This guy is a berserker. These guys... Now, I read this, and I'm still not sure if I've got this. They do 2 damage if you don't use a weapon they are weak against them. You have to use a weapon they are weak against, I think. Is that what it means? Maybe? Not entirely sure. I thought maybe it meant you had to attack them unarmed. That doesn't work. Having different weapon types is always nice to have in the backpack because sometimes you can upgrade them and things. So as you can see now, we've got a 2-1 sword and I've got a 3-4 sword there ready to pick up. I want to keep my spear. Let's get rid of this rubbish old sword. You can see we've swapped that around. Oh, rusters. So some enemies have a rust ability like that and they'll destroy your weapon. So sometimes it's good to hold on to a bad weapon to get rusted away. Or you can try and dodge them. This is something I didn't understand at first. The yellow squares, they're shops. If you've got enough gold, I've got 10 gold at the moment, you can buy whatever's in the shop, which is good, obviously. Gates spawn periodically. They are there to take you to new areas with new enemies. Knowing the land is crucial for survival. Good luck. Yes, when we get to the end of a level, we can pick, or hopefully kind of pick, depending on where we are on the screen, the next level that we go to. There's like a cave level, there's a mountain level, there's a ruin level. It's very nice, very nice. So when we get into the game proper, we have this nice music playing. This plays all the way through. This nice, chilled out, very evocative piece of music. It feels like an old school RPG, doesn't it? How appropriate. So here we are on the first level. We've got a slime, we've got a goblin, and we've got some gold. I'm going to be the coward and pick up the gold. Really need to get a weapon because these guys are punching me and I have no weapons. But don't fear because we've got a sword now. So there we go. Sometimes you can see there are blank squares. So we can't go to the left here. We have to go only forward. So sometimes you can get kind of sent down a path and that can be bad. Sometimes it can be good. You know, you have to pay attention to what's going on in the level. It's strategic. There are tactics. It's a game. You will enjoy it. Yes, this game is very fun. Actually says this is only a playtest version. Seems pretty finished to me. But anyway, if you want to play this game, it might change. I hope it does because it'd be really nice to see some more things get added into this game. There isn't an end state at the moment. I don't know if actually plans to add an end game into this. It kind of works without one, just to kind of like stay on as long as you can, a survival kind of game. But yeah, this is a playtest version at the moment, but it seems pretty finished to me anyway. Yeah, it's pretty well featured. I haven't noticed any bugs. So yeah, if you want to play the game, you can play it over on itch. The link is down below. Or you can play on Spore like I'm doing. Actually has got many links and social links set up. I'll try and link them all in the description so you can check him out. You can support him on Ko-fi. You can follow him on Twitch. There's other things you can do to support him. Now, something I've found out is occasionally you'll get shops selling special weapons. And they are ridiculously overpowered. I got the golden sword on my last playthrough, and I got twice as far as I'd got before that after several attempts. So yeah, you need to save up for the special weapons. Unfortunately, I don't have enough money for this one, so I'm gonna have to carry on. You get gold by defeating enemies. I haven't got any weapons. Oh dear. I've been talking and recommending this game so much, I've been neglecting my duties as a hero of the realm. I am getting pounded here. Oh, we've got a sword. Don't worry, we're back. So that's an axe. I believe that upgrades our attack power. No, it upgrades the durability. I knew that. Yeah, some pickups improve durability. I think one of them does attack power. Maybe. Let's have a look on the itch page if it says. No, it doesn't. Guess we'll just have to see if we can find it. Yeah, it's really cool. Let's see. I think the anvil, does that improve our durability? Yeah, that improves durability. I think it's the... Oh no! Look, I've just spotted the golden sword. Oh, it's so expensive. It's so far away. Yeah, that golden sword is incredible. When I picked up my golden sword, it had 26 attack power or 24 attack power. Absolutely ludicrous. It made the game very, very easy for a long time. So we got to the end of that first level. We've got some options here. We can't get to the the map over on the left there. I think that's the ruins. We've either got the swamp in the middle or the Gobbo Cave on the right. We'll go to the swamp. Tendril Swamp. This might have been a mistake. These enemies all look rather tough, and they all look like they need maces, which we don't have. We do have a spear, though. Let's swap my crappy sword for a much better mace. Now, this is the thing here. I don't really want to spend gold. I want to save up. So I'm going to have to ditch my... that's a downgrade. That weapon's not as good. But I really want to save up my money. Yeah, this game is a lot of fun. I really highly recommend that you check it out. It takes a little bit of getting used to. Play through the tutorial a couple of times. Play the game a few times. It will take a couple playthroughs to figure out. But once you do figure it out, it's very fun. Very strategic. This sort of game is not easy to do on Pico 8 because RPGs, games with a lot of stats, need to have a lot of text on the screen. Pico 8 doesn't lend itself well to that. So representing different damage types, you know, things like that, armor values, representing all of that in a few numbers on screen, not easy at all. It's not like we've got a mouse and we can mouse over things to get little tooltips and stuff. So yeah, the UI in this is very clear, very well designed. That's what I'm trying to say. And yeah, the gameplay is really easy as well. You can play it just by pressing 3 buttons. I suppose 4 if you count weapon switching. But the basic kind of moving through the world is just 3 buttons, isn't it? The damage system I think is really cool. I like having to switch between the weapons, or being able to switch between the weapons for an advantage. Makes you feel like a tactical god when it works. That upgrade in the middle there, that gives us more hearts. That upgrades our max health. That's a solid upgrade. You need more health if you want to get further into the game. Things get rather hard. Every level that you complete seems to kind of boost the stats of all the enemies. My god run that I did before recording the video, of course, where I got my golden sword. By the time I got through to the last level that I was on, the enemies were regularly hitting for 20 damage. So the game just kind of keeps scaling up as you go through, which is kind of nice. So you just make that kind of survival element. Like I say, if this is just a playtest and this is going to get like a proper campaign mode, that would be really great to see, because it works as it is at the moment, as a kind of raw dungeon crawling survival game. You know, I'm playing it and I'm having a good time. Maybe you will too. Click on that link and find out. My recommendations are getting more and more seedy. Anyway, let's carry on, shall we? Before I embarrass myself any further. Yeah, I really like the weapon vulnerabilities. It makes the game a lot more satisfying. At first, when I didn't understand how the weapon weaknesses worked, it was quite frustrating. You'd very quickly run up against insurmountable problems. You just take a lot of damage. But yeah, you can kind of steer your way through the game once you know what you're doing, which is always good. It's good when you can learn a game and get better at it. So, guess we're in the Gob Forest again. Yeah, there's a few levels that kind of get looped round. After a couple of playthroughs, you have seen all of the levels. I don't think we've been in the ruins yet in this one. But yeah, there's a few different levels with different enemies. There we go, Dragon Cave. So this level seems to be a little bit harder. You can see the enemies are getting a lot tougher now. Those regular bats are doing 11 damage. We've got a dragon up there that does 12 damage. Only slightly stronger than the bat. Yeah, Nightcrawl has possibly the least threatening dragons of any RPG I've played recently. Anyway, enough making fun of these dragons. Let's try slaying some. Okay, that went well. So we've got a good weapon there, 8-5. Let's get rid of this tacky sword. We've got a good spear there. Have you noticed how the power of the weapons are increasing as well? Not as much as the power of the enemies are increasing though. There's going to be a crossing over point where we start to take lots and lots of damage. At that point, I want to have a golden sword. Anyway, let's carry on because it's not over yet. Let's Far from over. I have not seen the item which boosts damage either. I'm sure I didn't imagine that. I hope I didn't imagine that because it was really useful, that. My magic armor's mostly worn off now as well. Oh, that's magic armor. That is truly magic armor up there. I haven't picked that up yet. Shall we see how much that gives us? Wow, 23! 33? No, that's crazy. So yeah, when you get the magic items like that, you are like pretty much invincible. Let's make the most of this. You know what? We might be able to get a magic weapon out of this as well if we play our cards right. That may have been a mistake. What's that? 8-7 mace. 7. I think that's probably better. Not sure. I think that's like a magic potion. I think that's just like a slightly better potion than normal. That's not worth it. The thing on the left, I think that's what improves damage. Let's see. There we go. Is that like a whetstone or something? Let's just kind of sharpen our blade. Okay, my max health is going up. I haven't taken too much damage. This is looking good. We'll give our sword another little upgrade there. Oh, it's not going to give me the sword I want, is it? Ooh, this is bad. We've got to hit a ruster enemy. So this, is that a clam? I don't know what that is. Anyway, that's going to destroy our sword, so that's kind of sucks. Anyway, we can carry on. We've made our spear more durable, so that's good, I suppose. Gonna take a few hits from... Yeah, I want to save gold. So I want to hopefully show you the gold sword, because it's truly, truly epic. Here we are in the ruin level. This is like the one that I haven't been to yet. And there's lots of skeletons in the ruins, which is kind of appropriate, I suppose. I haven't said much about the graphics in this game. The graphics are very simple. Nicely animated little sprites, that's cool. All the sprites, it's easy to tell what they all are, which is kind of good. Saves on text. You don't need to have a little bit of text saying sword if it's obvious that it's a sword, so that's good. I kind of wish there was like a little bit more kind of graphics in the background there. These particle effects, there you go, math off the bingo cards. The particle effects are nice. It would be nice to see a little bit more. Maybe give each of the levels a little bit more kind of personality, maybe. But yeah, the graphics are very functional, but very effective, I think. What is also effective is my choice of weapons in this game. I am very pleased with how this is going. Here we go. We have got ourselves a shop, and we can buy ourselves. Is that like a halberd? It's some awesome looking weapon. Let's see what it does to our attack power. 41 attack. Oh yes, yes. We are here, and we are going to destroy this game now. Yeah, I've got 2 amazing weapons now. This will make the game exceptionally easy, so I can just blast through this now. I don't really have to look at what anything's happening now. Who cares about weapon strength? I've got 2 end game weapons here, so I'm super duper happy with this. At this point, I am so ridiculously overpowered, I can just march forward without even looking at the screen too much. The game does get a little bit easy when you pick up one of the special weapons from the shops. Even more so when you pick up 2 of the special weapons from the shops. As you can see, the main way that we kind of get through things now is by making purchases from the shops. The shops become a lot more important the further in that you get. Can I afford this, whatever this is? Is it like a skull mace or something? A magic wand? We can afford it. Let's get rid of this one. And that's even better. It's a skull mace. There we go. And yeah, I am completely overpowered now. So the game will continue like this until you run out of health, at which point you will get yourself a high score. Now I have the suspicion that I'm going to be at this for quite a while, because as you can see, my character has completely snowballed. I'm not even looking at what things are now. I'm just trying to get my character killed, and it's not happening. Yeah, you get very powerful by the end of this game if you manage to get to those shop items. Anyway, this game is a lot of fun. I would highly recommend you check it out. It's a really cool looking game. I don't know if there's like a game this is like inspired by, but the idea of like a dungeon crawl where it's just reduced down to this kind of simple left and right. Oh, there you go, I died. Oh, well. The idea of a dungeon crawl that's like reduced down to this kind of like simple left, right, center. Really, really cool idea. It works really nice. I do like it when people kind of deconstruct RPGs like that. So yeah, there we go. My best steps, 281 steps. First game that I did, I got 99. 99 Luftballon. But yeah, 281 Luftballons now, so that's even better. And I managed to vanquish 108 enemies. So there you go. Nightcrawl by addictive. If you like this game, then go and check out the links down below. Give the game a play, give it a like. Leave a nice comment on itch. Leave a nice comment on the BBS for Atchi. Support the game in any way you can, because these games are really cool. I'm already following Atchi on itch. I'm now gonna rate the game 5 out of 5. Anyway, thank you very much for watching this video. I need to go off and see if I can beat my high score once again. Hope you can too. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon.